How's it going, guys? Welcome to the mic. My name is Mike.
My name is Crisel.
And today we have our spoiler review of Saban's Power Rangers. Spoilers. So you have been warned. We will be spoiling the hell out of this movie. So if you have not watched this movie, you might want to go back and watch our non-spoiler review before you watch this video. So we don't spoil anything for you because we will be spoiling this movie. So as a couple of people who did grow up watching the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, if you did watch our non-spoiler review, we both enjoyed the movie. I really liked it. So let's get right into some spoilers. Crisel, what stood out for you the most?
Well, I liked the part when they were like figured it out where they are. You know, they're like no friends. They just like met each other and then just trying to like figure it out what like they're doing in there, getting to know each other a little bit. And also when they're like now, the best part for me was when they were like together. And
the Megazord?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the most funny part, it was that they're like, okay, let's do this. And they trying to move. And they fall, because they didn't know that they had it to work together. Yes. So, and they figured it out. Oh, I'm this part.
I'm a leg. I'm an arm. And blah,
yeah.
Blah.
So let's work together to make this happen. That was the most part that I enjoy, because it's not something that some other people would put like, oh, they know already and they should like throw them in there. You know, they just figured it out at the moment.
Yeah, I think, like I said in my non-spoiler, I really just liked the characters more than anything. I think that stood out to me the most. I loved all of them. I was invested in them. I enjoyed them. I think the standout was the Blue Ranger and the Red Ranger. I think they, acting wise, they stood out the most.
Yes.
But I think all of the rest of the cast did extremely well. I think the rest of the Power Rangers did very well.
I love the craziness of the Black Ranger.
Yeah,
I really love him a lot. Like in there.
Yeah. Everybody had. I think like we were talking. I think what I like the most is that yes, we barely see them become the Power Rangers about maybe like the last 30 minutes of the movie or something like that. Mm-hmm. But it was a movie it was an origin story, I guess you can say. We needed to kind of go through that building wise of the Power Rangers for us to kind of get to the last part. And if Saban has said anything, he said that they have a 6 movie story arc ready. Like they have an idea of what they want to do for the next 6 movies. Yes. We got a little taste of it in the end credit scene, but we'll get to that later. Yeah. I like the movie. I mean, it was cheesy. It was cheesy, but not cheesy.
Bad cheesy.
I was about to say not as cheesy as a television show. When they were fighting the putties, I think the Black Ranger was like, heads up, and he gets his head out or whatever like that. So I was like, that's something that you can
see in the show.
I could probably see in the show. So there's a couple of lines, but I think the way they delivered the lines. So I think that's what I like the most. I think this movie maybe would have not worked if they would have gone different actors.
Yeah. Maybe not.
Because I like the way they delivered their lines. And even though it was cheesy at times, they delivered them so well. And they took it kind of serious in their delivery that it didn't really stood out as extremely cheesy. I think they're, they made it look, they were very teenager. The way they would talk was very, teenager-ish.
Yes.
So it was... I liked the characters. I think that was my favorite part of the movie. I think I was invested in them. I want to see more of them. I was sold with the characters.
Yeah. Something that I really liked that it reminded me like when I was a kid.
Okay, what was it?
When they put the song.
Yes. Agree.
And they put this song when they came out like as a team and everything. Yeah. Oh my God.
I actually was not expecting that at all.
That's so cool.
But it fit because it was on there for like 15, 25 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, a little bit of the song, not everything. but it just like brings you like, oh my god, they
You
did
know where
it.
they did it, and then when I was expecting it again, when the Megazord started coming up, and they were kind of panning
Oh,
up,
that's true.
they were kind of panning up on the Megazord and stuff like that, and I was expecting them to go, I was expecting it, go Power Rangers, and then when they were gonna fight Zordon, so it just kind of threw me back to like my
True, true, true.
my elementary school days where the Megazord would come up, and then the Power Ranger song, and then they're fighting Zordon or whoever
Yes.
giant person that Rita made grow. So I was expecting that, but no, they went with a little bit more of a serious take on that, which is cool, whatever. But I just when I heard the Power Ranger song, and then when the Megazord was coming, I immediately went back. I was like, are they gonna use the Power Ranger song on this part? They didn't use it, but it was fine. It was fine. I just thought that it was a nice little touch that they threw us a little Power Ranger theme song in there.
Yes.
What else stands out for you?
Uh, I cannot think.
I think when they morph
part.
was really cool. I think we got a little peek of that in the trailer, but I think when they really morphed, I think I liked it. It did feel like two different movies. I think at times. I think the last 45 minutes to 30 minutes, well, at least a third act, it felt more like a Power Ranger movie. It felt a lot more like a Power Ranger. I was like, I'm watching the Power Rangers, like you know what I mean, like but it wasn't like I wasn't like embarrassedly watching the Power Rangers. I was like, I'm watching the Power Rangers, and this is pretty cool. But the first half felt a lot more of a teenager story, of a coming of age story, like we've talked about. And I think other people have mentioned it, because it actually does feel that way. It does feel like a Breakfast Club. It does feel like a coming of age movie where you have a group of teenagers who are trying to find themselves and figure out who they are and grow and grow together. So, you have anything else to add?
No, I don't. It's just like, I felt like a little bit too of movies.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad.
Oh no,
you
not
know?
at all. No.
It was like more about like this could happen in their world, you
Right.
know.
Yeah.
You put it in their world, it will be like making sense.
Yeah. Anything negative to add to it? I think, like I said in our non-spoiler, I think I can see why people were judging the Rita Repulsa character, Elizabeth Banks Rita Repulsa. I think she did stand out as a little bit over the top, a little bit more than probably the rest of the group. But it didn't bug me as much as it might have bugged other people. Alpha was okay. I didn't really like Alpha. I thought he was.
I was
okay.
expecting more for it.
Yeah, so I thought he was okay at best. Rita, I can see why people were saying she was a little over the top. She did seem a little over the top, but it didn't take me out. I think she was not as over the top as the real Rita Repulsa, So
Oh yeah,
so that's good,
definitely.
But so yes, I can see why people were saying though, hey, you know what? She bugs me. It didn't bug me too much. I think Alpha probably bugged me the most, and it has nothing to do with Bill Hader. I think he's a great actor. I just think the way Alpha was written, I didn't really like. So I thought the voice was fine. Like I said, Bill Hader, I have no problem with him. And when I heard that he was gonna do the voice for Alpha, I was like, okay, I could see this working. I actually like him. So it's just the way he was written. I personally didn't like it too much. But it didn't bug me, I guess you can say. I guess like the Rita thing didn't really bug me. Alpha really didn't bug me too much. I guess I was just so invested in the characters that some of these little things that might bug other people or were not right, they stood out for those people more. I don't know. I was just more invested in the characters that I think Rita or Alpha didn't bug me too much. Anything negative to add, Chriselle?
No. Well, it's just pretty much like I was thinking right now that like it's been like years that I didn't watch a show from Power Rangers, and just looking into this movie. And if you remember when you were growing up seeing Power Rangers, this movie is a good movie to go watch. It's really worth it. It's not like the best movie of the Power Rangers.
It is the best movie.
No, it's not. I mean, it's not the worst movie, but it's the best movie that they have came out with, the Power Rangers.
Oh, it's absolutely, it's hands down the best Power Ranger movie there is, for sure.
And I cannot think in another way they can make this movie happen. In another I don't know, but it was just really really cool to see the Power Rangers again.
Yeah. I wonder how much Krispy Kreme paid to
I
be on
know,
there. They were
right?
mentioned a lot, and they were, product placement was crazy on Krispy Kreme, so they were on there a lot. But
And
it
I
worked.
was like, I
It
gotta
was
get
fine.
some ice cream.
Or some donuts.
Oh yeah, I gotta get some donuts or something.
Yeah, but it
So-
worked. It worked. I thought it was fine. Goldar was fine. I thought he was fine. I kind of did he used to talk? He used to talk in the TV show, right? Like like you, it's been easily more than a decade since I've seen a Power Ranger show.
Oh, yeah.
Easily more than a decade. Maybe maybe almost 2 decades since I've seen any Power Ranger show, television show. Maybe almost 2 decades. But I do remember Goldar talking, and he had like a raspy voice, right?
Yes.
He had like a little raspy voice. We didn't hear him talk. We didn't need to hear him talk. I was just trying to remember from the television show and stuff. And then Rita had her henchman, right? It was like a blue guy, and it was like a guy with like black fur, had wings or something, right? I
Yes.
can't remember their names.
Yes.
But we didn't get to see them. So there was just little things from the television show that we did not get to see, but they were not needed. Let's be honest. I'm just kind of thinking about the television show and seeing what else they could have added. But I liked this movie. I enjoyed it. And like, I was telling her, hey, there's gonna be an end credit scene. I heard there's gonna be an end credit scene. I didn't know what it was, but I've talked about this before. I've talked about this in with her. I've talked about this in friends. They needed to introduce Tommy, the Green Ranger. I said the end credit scene is going to introduce Tommy, the Green Ranger. I told her before we even went on there. I said it has to happen because if I heard there was an end credit scene. I was like, if they don't do it, they're dropping the ball because they can easily already hook you for part 2, which is the Green Ranger saga where.
And that was pretty smart because they did it.
They did it. So they did it. I mean, the way they did it, it was cool. They were, they were in detention, and he was supposed to be in detention, but he was not there. But you see a green jacket there, hinting at they're calling out Tommy Oliver. So I liked that they hinted and said, you know what, he's here, and
somewhere
he's probably gonna be the next bad guy for the for Power Rangers 2. Which I'm very looking forward to because I think that was still my favorite episodes of the Power Rangers. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was the Green Ranger saga. That's still by far my favorite episodes of the Power Rangers. Man, I should probably rewatch that. I'm serious. I'm just remembering. I'm like, dude, that thing was really cool. Yeah. So I'm glad that they mentioned Tommy. He will be showing up in part 2, and he will be the bad guy. If not, they're dropping the ball big time. She's got the Green Ranger power coin, so she's gonna give it to him, and he will be the evil Green Ranger. Again, if they don't do that, they're dropping the ball big time. I can't see them do that. I don't
think they will miss that opportunity.
No, they would not. That was the TV show's most popular like segment, not segment, but most popular storyline for the television show. That was the most popular one. Green Ranger is still probably the most popular Power Ranger that there is, actually, to be honest with you. Maybe next to the Red Ranger, but green and white and red were probably the most popular Rangers. So it would be such a missed opportunity if they don't do it, which is why I know they're going to do it. So it excites me. I'm really excited to see that. We got to see some cameos.
That was pretty cool, actually.
Jason David Frank, and then Amy Jo Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. Those are their real names, who was the original Green Ranger and the original Pink Ranger for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers television series. What did you think?
I liked it. It wasn't too much, but it was just like...
Yeah, they pulled out their iPhone. They started taking pictures of the Megazord. Yeah.
But it was pretty cool to see it.
Yeah. So, we had a lot of little cameos in there. So I liked it. I liked the movie a lot. I didn't love it, obviously, but I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was
pretty decent. Yeah, it was a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, I had fun. So I'm keeping my same score that I did in my our non-spoiler review, and that was a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed the movie. I will watch it again. I will watch it again for sure. I really liked it. Chriselle?
Yep, I like it too, and for me, it's like a 7.5.
Yep. Same
So,
score, right? We really enjoyed it. I can't say it like. And again, it might be because we did grow up watching Power Rangers as kids. Maybe somebody who didn't grow up watching Power Rangers might have a different opinion than we do.
yeah, probably.
But I can't say, maybe like I don't know. So if you didn't grow up watching Power Rangers, and if even if you liked it or if you hate it, let us know, because we grew up as fans of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So to us, this worked for us. It really did. I guess that is it for our spoiler review of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's not even the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is Saban's Power Rangers. Let us know below. Spoil the movie if you want, because we are in a spoiler video. Spoil the movie if you want. Let us know what you thought about this movie. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Peace.